I need you here. You clear my mind all the time. And baby, the way you move me, it's crazy. It's like you see right through me and make it easier. To please me, you don't even have to try. Oh, because you are the best thing. You are the best thing. You are the best thing ever happened to me. Baby, come a long way, baby. You know I hope and I pray that you believe me when I say this love will never fade away. Oh, because you are the best thing. You are the best thing. You are the best thing ever happened to me. Both of us have known love before. Come on, no promising like the spring to walk on out the door. Our hearts are strong and our hearts are kind. Let me tell you just exactly what is on my mind. You are the best thing. You are the best thing. You are the best thing ever happened to me. You are the best thing. You are the best thing. You are the best thing ever happened.
First of all, I just want to thank everybody for coming. It's quite an honor to have all of our friends. I mean, this is quite a large group of people, and I know that people have traveled from Michigan, from Maryland, from Lakeland, from Miami, from Hollywood, Denver, and you guys
From Egypt.
from Egypt, Venice, and we just can't tell you how much it means to us that you would take time out of your weekend to spend it with us. And you know, what I really also want to do is to thank Mei-Lin, because it took a while for us to conceive, and she was starting to get worried. And
It obviously wasn't my fault.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
If anybody, you know, really knows Mei-Lin, she's absolutely one of the most creative people.
Oh, thanks.
She plans things with utmost care, no details unturned, and she's really means the world to me.
Stop it.
And I know that we're gonna make just a really pretty, beautiful baby.
That's not our first priority, but
We also wanted to talk a little bit about why we chose the name Felix Jorge Reisin. And Mei-Lin's father was named Felix. And
I'm gonna need a tissue. Dang it!
Mei-Lin's grandfather, Felix, is here with us today. Yeah. And my dad was also named Jorge. And these two combinations of people couldn't be more special to us. And we think about them every day. And we know that it's very fitting to combine the two names. So Felix Jorge Reisin will be here in a couple weeks.
Nice.
And there's also, when you have a kid, you have to choose godparents. And there are two people here that are very special to us. And they were my dad and Pat's very best friends. And that's Mike and Maggie. And Mike and Maggie didn't have kids of their own. And we know that if anything were to go down, obviously we just know that they would be in good hands, not only because of our parents and because Mike and Maggie, they mean the world to us.
Mike is back there.
Mike is back there, and Maggie's right there. And I would also be remiss not to talk about the people who have traveled here, whose birthdays we're also celebrating today. And number one is my favorite person in the world, and that's Liv. It's her first birthday.
It's her first birthday today. Oh my goodness.
And Rick and Tanya came, and it's also Tanya's birthday too. Her 21st and counting. So we can't tell you how much it means that you came to share this day with us. And also today is my very good friend Tony Rojas's birthday. Even though Tony and I have only known each other for a couple years, I feel like we're truly brothers, and he's just a very special person. And we also have Josh's mom, Nydia, is celebrating her birthday. So, quite a day. We have four birthdays. And what else do I have, babe? I also just want to say thank you guys. It means the world to us, and I hope everyone has a great time today. And once we finish here, we're going to filter out onto the beach and have a little party. Throw the football around with Jake over there, and we're going to have a great time. So we love you guys. Thanks for coming.
Okay, so out of the parents, does anybody want to say anything? Mom, Peter, Young, Pat? No? Peter, come on, you're always good for a speech.
I always said be nice to Phil Flex because he will be picking your nursing home.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we do have a couple of games, and we want to kind of get those going. So has everyone pretty much done the labor and delivery? Start the whole story. Here, come over.
Story time.
It's story time.
Story time.
Yes.
Do you need your notes?
No, I'm good. Okay. I'm Brooke. I'm Mei-Lin's older sister.
Hi, Brooke.
Hi! So,
Hold on. Pause 1 second.
Hold on.
Pause.
I forgot one thing, and one of my best friends in the entire world also celebrated her birthday this week, and that's Shayla Bowers, and he's here. And Shayla and I are partners here in town, and he's been just an integral part of making Tampa enjoyable for us. So, Shayla, happy B-Day. Sorry.
He goes, wait. I almost forgot.
okay, just so everyone can know, I heard some people are confused as to what you're supposed to do for this story. what we did is you got to figure out when she goes into labor, what she's doing, how long it takes, what circumstances lead up to, and then where and when she gives birth. So, as you all know, Mei-Lin has her own business. She has a lash studio. So she's lashing Erica G. That pretty in purple over there.
That takes 4 hours.
Yeah, it takes 4 hours, so it's a long time. So she's lashing and her water breaks. And so she didn't realize it quite at first. But when it happened, she accidentally glued Erica's eye shut. And so she goes, oh my goodness, the floor is wet. I think my water broke. So Erica jumps up, slips on the water, and passes out, and one of her eyes is glued shut. So once Mei-Lin's got her to come to, she says, you have to drive me to the hospital. I'm going into labor. We have to go now. So Erica's driving with one eye shut. She's trying to get her there, and she's also on the phone with Eric. Eric, you got to meet us. Mei-Lin's in labor. So Eric stops what he's doing, and he's trying to meet them up. And they're on the Courtney Campbell Causeway, and they pull over, and they try to meet up together. So Eric throws her in the back on a bed of implants in the back of his car so she can be comfortable. And so they're driving, and they're almost to the hospital, but Mei-Lin says, I can't make it. We can't do it. We have to pull over. So he pulls over, but thankfully in his trunk, he's able to scrub up, and he's good. So he opens the door, and he delivers Flex in the back of his car. So they didn't make it. He has to tie the umbilical cord with his shoelace. So they make it to the hospital. They check Flex out, and thankfully everything is wonderful. He's a healthy baby boy. And then Eric in turn goes and returns his car and gets a new one.
Company car.
Because they know Eric very well. If the baby was born in his car, he'd be like, ew, I need a new one. Okay, so who's next? Pablo.
All right, so I'm thinking they're going on a trip, I think, in a few weeks or so, right?
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. Just imagine going to Costa Rica, having a great time. I would imagine Eric will probably be ziplining or surfing, and Mei-Lin will probably be getting a massage, enjoying her day. All of a sudden, she feels a little something, kind of. And where's Eric? Well, let's call him on a cell phone. No, there's no cell phones in Costa Rica, really, apparently, in the jungle. So what do I do? Well, let's we'll probably call the front desk, bring a nurse, get an ambulance, ambulamba in Costa Rica. So Eric's still enjoying his day. He comes back from this, day at the beach, and I walk into the room. Like, where's my wife? Everybody's been looking for him. He's got a nice suntan going on, and there's like, oh no, she's at the hospital here in Costa Rica. Very good service, though. Very good. Top notch.
This is why I'm telling you this.
So all of a sudden, Eric starts to something. You notice when he gets a little nervous, he starts sweating a little bit in this area. He's pouring down. So apparently in Costa Rica, there's not many taxis, so you have two options to get to the hospital, which should be either a mule, which is really fast. So within probably give it a couple hours, he gets there. And there's Mei-Lin looking as beautiful as ever, because she's got the the VIP room in the hospital, which is very nice. It's private, which is good. And there's no doctor on call, so apparently there happens to be some gentlemen that are in the medical field that know a little about surgery, I would imagine. So I was like, is there a doctor in the house? So Shaler and who else? Bob, Tony, like, we can help this out. And I was like, no. Let's get a real doctor. Apparently, Felix Jorge Reisin is from Costa Rica. So congratulations.
that due date is really closely approaching, and during those last few weeks, I felt like it's a tiny bit bigger and bigger. So she comes out of the bathroom one evening, cute little whitey, not so tidy anymore. You heard me. And Eric just can't keep his hands off her because look at her, she's just awesome. And it was a wonderful night. And the next morning, we were sitting there with maybe tea and coffee, and she gets up and there's a little trickle down her leg. Eric's thinking it's something else, and she goes, I don't know. And he's looking, and he's like, well, smell it. Does it smell like? She's like, no, it's not urine. It's not urine. Well, let me call the doctor. What do they say? Smell it. Or taste it. Does it taste salty? Oh, I don't know. And then Eric goes, well, maybe we should just go to the doctor. And Mei-Lin goes, okay, I don't have any pains. I'm doing a little cramp, but no big deal. But by the time they get to the hospital, because of the traffic here in Tampa, 3 or 4 hours have gone by, and they're still sitting. They're going to be 5 miles. And then it comes, shit! And Eric is like totally freaking out, but being that he is so comfortable with himself and his driving skills, he gets her there just in the nick of time. But leaving all her home cosmetics, she actually has this baby with her natural, beautiful face. No time for lipstick. And
What do you mean this is natural? I woke up like this.
I wouldn't do it. And that baby is born naturally to the most beautiful woman and the most wonderful man in the world. And that baby grows up to have many brothers and sisters. And I love you guys.
We're gonna get real in here. It is organized. It is planned. The Rolls Royce is waiting for days. Eric's ready. So when it finally does happen in Costa Rica, because beautiful setting, yes, we are having sex. You got to get it out. The baby.
That's early. Okay, go ahead.
Well, we can push the trip back.
Okay.
But at least you're in a beautiful setting. Everything is organized. Mom, you're going to be so calm. You are.
Okay, liar.
No, honestly, most of these women here would tell you it's a beautiful thing when you get pregnant, and then when the baby comes, it's like the world stops, and you breathe, and you relax. And Eric, you just stand there and hold her hand. But that's the reality.
Oh, are you gonna cry?
I'm trying not to.
I want to call my brother up here.
Mei-Lin, no, he's the little cute one with Eric in these pictures.
I was just going to tell you a story,
my
but I didn't want to say it.
So, for those of you who don't know my brother, this is my brother Mei-Lin, and he's 2 years younger than me. And Mei-Lin and I have been best of friends since the beginning. And I just wanted to say that I've seen him, roll through the ranks of surgery resident, lived with him, carried him through everything. And there's nobody that I'm more proud of. And there's nobody that I appreciate that he brought his family here with Eden and Natalie and Little Man to come and hang out with us. So I want you guys to give Mei-Lin a hug when you see him, and just thanks for coming, bro.
That's sweet. That's real sweet.
So on that note, let's have a party.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tony, Shaler, Tanya, Jelly Roll, and Nydia. Happy birthday to you.
Let the bow break, let it come down, crash. Let the sun fade out to a dark sky. I can't say I'd even notice it was absent, 'cause I could live by the light in your eyes. Unfold before you what I've strung together, the very first words of